Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, the third ordinance I was going to present to the board is an update to your animal control ordinance. I will represent to you, there are no major structural changes to that ordinance. However, I did do a lot of cleanup work to it to bring our 20-year-old ordinance up to date with current state law. But I'm going to ask the board at this time to table the consideration of the animal control ordinance, because when I was at the annual conference for the County Attorneys Association last week, part of the presentation to us was the adoption of a new state law that went into effect on July 1st concerning basically when a dog has been classified as dangerous, they have changed the manner in which you have to confine the animal. I've not read that law yet, but I understand that change has been made. So with your permission, I would request that you table the public hearing for that purpose so that I can update the ordinance to include this latest changed state law.
I'll make a motion that we table the animal control ordinance till the attorney has time to update it to comply with new federal, new state laws that's just been enacted.
Second.
Have a motion second on the floor. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried, be tabled. You got to get that up because you get more trouble fooling with a dog or animal than you do a human.
And that'll be the same thing as good unincorporated. Right?
Is it just going to be in the unincorporated
Yes, it's
area?
only in the unincorporated area, that's correct.
We had a time with that dog over there.
Mr. Chairman, I've only got one item on that I need for the board to consider for a staging area agreement at the airport, if I may, proceed with that before
Yes,
Mike
sir.
proceeds. This is a proposed limited license to allow Duke Energy to stage their equipment at the Apalachicola Airport during times of declared states of emergency. This is a renewal of an existing agreement that expired, I think they told me in December of 2015. The only thing that is really different between this current proposed agreement and the expired agreement is they have changed the location of where they want to stage their equipment. And you're talking about 350 pieces of equipment. They used to stage it in a grassy field along Airport Road. They are now relocating the proposed location back to the airport proper on the concrete apron. I have sent this agreement to the airport committee for their review. I've also sent it to Mr. Jason Puckett, who is your airport manager, for his review. Mr. Puckett gives me his official recommendation that he is in favor of and approves the adoption of this agreement. The airport committee unfortunately did not have a quorum at their last meeting, but the members that were present, as reported to me, were in favor of entering into this agreement. So with those two recommendations, albeit the airport committee is being informal, and because Duke Energy has been emailing me constantly wanting to know where this contract is, I would recommend that the board authorize the chairman to execute the staging area agreement at the Apalachicola Airport.
One question real quick, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir.
If they cause any damage, Michael, are they responsible for
Yes.
the? They are.
Yes, we have an indemnification provision in the agreement.
I think it's a very good thing to have equipment staged in Apalachicola, so if we got issues across Franklin County, we got them that much closer to us. You could have an instance where you got trees down across 98 and they can't move in here to help the people restore power. I mean, I just see all the advantages of the world of adopting this. I'm gonna make a motion that we move forward with that agreement.
Second.
Have a motion second on the floor. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried. Yep, y'all don't want them over here, we'll take them to Carabel.
Well, and actually, I'm negotiating another contract already for the Carabel area. I just don't have it ready to bring back for you at this time. We used to stage, and this contract expired probably 5 years ago. I don't know why they haven't brought it up since, but they used to stage over Kendrick Park. But I just haven't had a chance to really develop that contract proposal with them, you know, the exact location, how many pieces of equipment. But I will be bringing back to you a staging contract for that area. And you need it because we've got all these bridges between you know, the east and west side of the county, and the bridge goes out, well, then, you know, that eastern side of the county got no service, so.
And we got bridges between outside of Carabel to the east too.
That's correct.
We're
Well-
really on the island.
A large
St. James
majority of
Island.
the time, they're coming out of Walcola anyway,
Yeah.
coming in
I
there.
like the idea of
Bring
having
that
equipment
for
staged
your
here to
consideration.
take care of the citizens.
I mean, you gotta go across that bridge anyway.
Anyway.
Okay, sir.
Okay, Before I start, Commissioner Parrish, I want to say what you did about the funding the other funds for the vessel, derelict vessels. I mean, I heard a lot about that down at the conference, not so much the vessels, but instead of, you get your funding and you try to tailor a project around funding, the new idea now is get a project that's gonna stick, that looks good, and go out and seek funding.
Right.
That's that opposite way of thinking now, which is exactly what you were doing.
Right.
Which is a very, very good thing. Okay, item 1, Commissioner and staff attended the Florida Association of Counties Annual Summer Conference held last week from June 28th to July 1st. Franklin County was well recognized as Commissioner Sanders received 3 awards: FAC Presidential Advocate Award, the Torchbearer Award, and an Outstanding Leadership Service Award from the Small County Coalition. In addition to attending workshops and sessions, commissioners and staff were able to sit with DEO and discuss potential projects. It was pretty good. I know Commissioner Sanders, you also reappointed to the Board of Directors for FAC.
I've been reappointed to the Board of Directors for the Florida Association of Counties. I've been sitting on the Board of Directors since 2002. And the same way on the Small County Coalition also.
And you're chairing the new
I'm
president's
chairing
rural.
for the second year the Rural Caucus, and that means a lot to the smaller counties, it sure does.
That-
But anyway, and it's because I try to attend everything, can't attend everything always, but you know, what makes it good is that all of us are included in that. And you know, and it's that networking, when you come together and find solution to problems that we all have,
Yeah.
you know.
I was thinking-
Thank you for recognizing me.
Yes.
No,
You get
around the applause, yes.
that's part of my job. Too bad, well,
And off the record also, well, not in my report, I shouldn't say off the record, not in my report, Commissioner Parrish and the chairman did an excellent job with DEO, because when I walked in the room, I was like, whoa, but they just jumped on them.
well, I've been in another meeting, or I would have been there.
They sure did.
too.
They jumped on them. Okay, item 2.
I thank them for that, though, too. That's
Yes,
an important
that was very
issue.
important. That was very good. Item number 2, again, our commissioner is hard at work. Informed the board that Commissioner Watson was able to arrange a meeting with himself, Mr. Mark Currington, and the Director of Historical Resources relating to the match for the current $180,000 grant for additional renovations to the Armory. I'm happy to report that this meeting resulted in the reduction of the county's required match from 50% to where? 10%. So that worked out pretty well for us. What I do need is board action to sign the resolution for that grant, saying that we're only paying 10%. So I do need a motion for that.
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion second on the floor, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries.
Michael, Mr. Chairman, if I might.
Sir.
On the 10% match on this $180,000, I need somebody to submit that to TDC.
I will.
I've talked to Kurt about it several times, and $18,000 in order for this county to get $180,000 is very minuscule, and we need to move forward with some more stuff to do with the Armory. And I think it's doable.
Yes.
Mr. Sanders sits on that board for us, so you might bring that up for
Yeah.
us.
Yes. And commissioners, we are also applying, Mark told me it was delayed, I think, a couple of weeks, the
Okay.
next cycle, which was supposed to be due July 1st, but they kind of delayed that submission date, but we're applying for that too. And that will be 10%. We won't need to negotiate to get that 10%.
And also, thank you, Mr. Watson, for doing that. I appreciate that. It saved us some money.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
on that, when they get through with the Armory, I wanna see about, getting that Chapman building put on that.
Okay. I'll
Chapman
discuss
High.
it with Mark.
It's historic, it needs some work on it.
A lot of work. Okay. Did I get a motion for the resolution?
The motion is second.
I did.
We already got it?
I don't think we have to vote.
We had to-
Yeah, we voted.
Oh, thank you so much. Guys, see.
I guess I was gonna ask my question later about emo, but I'll just wait till it comes up.
Okay, I'll move right along. Item 3, inform the board at a previous meeting, I was directed to amend the timeline for the Cabell Beach Park and St. George Island Beach bathroom renovation projects so that construction would start after Labor Day. After conferring with Mr. Doug Schuler, the project manager, there'll be 2 advertisements for bids during the month of July. a pre-bid meeting scheduled, if needed, if necessary, by the end of the third week in July, and bids will be accepted by July 29th and open at your August 2nd regular meeting. Also, one other change that we're gonna do this two projects. Mr. Schuler said it's cheaper, more efficient if we just have one general contractor run both projects, and they'll answer to him, and he'll do all the inspections, okay?
When you're saying after Labor Day begin the project, that's in September sometime?
Mhm.
So pretty much the tourist season will be,
We all,
but we will have it ready for the next season.
yes, most definitely,
And
yes.
we award the bids, and we're gonna put a timeline on, when you need to get started and when it needs to be done.
Yes. Yes,
So we
sir.
don't run into all that and get it done before next March.
Oh, yes.
These are 90-day projects.
Yeah, they-
Okay, so
they shouldn't run
that'll
that
work
long.
out good.
Yeah.
September, they'll be done before December and
Yes.
be ready for
And
the
we're
next
ready for
tourist
next
season.
year.
Okay.
Board action to authorize chairman's signature in the FDLE Edward Byrne Memorial Justice Assistant Grant Certificate of Participation form. This is an annual grant for the sheriff's department. I think it's used for narcotics, and a copy of the form is attached.
I'll make a motion to approve, because it's a yearly grant.
Yes, annual thing.
Second.
Have a motion second on the floor, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries.
One real quick,
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, this is the Burn grant that we were in that meeting about, and you asked me where we getting that. This is it.
It's one of
Okay.
those grants. Yes, sir. That afternoon, we went to the conference. Anyway, I'm sorry, number 5, board action to authorize the chairman's signature on a letter of support for the city of Carabel and the Carabel History Museum 2018 Special Category Grant Application for $150,000 to complete the renovation of the historic Marvin Johnson Building, which was the old city hall. The board-
Justice,
Justice?
Building.
Justice Building. Oh, how'd I get that?
Justice.
Where'd I do that? Okay.
JUSTISS.
Where'd I mess that up? The
It's
board-
hard, a lot of people don't get it right all the
Yeah,
time.
I want to think I copied off the email too. The board supported a similar request for 2017, 2018, 60,000 small matching grant application in May. So I just need you guys to support another letter.
So moved.
Authorizing another supporting.
Second.
Have a motion second on the floor, all in favor?
Aye.
Mr.
All
Chair, I have a-
opposed, motion carries.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Did they get the grant last year? In the small category?
I think they got a 60,000.
They got a small grant last year, they got this grant this year, and they put in for that, they're gonna put an elevator in, for Miss Tamara can get to the top, and they got several things, several things. but she
And this will
can't-
complete that project, you think?
No, I didn't say this was the final phase. It just said it's an
No,
additional
it's not
phase.
final,
of what
because she
they're
got a
doing
lot to do to it, but
to the building.
she's never been up top of the building since she's,
Yeah,
She's
we've
on a
always
wheelchair.
supported it.
yeah.
Sure. Good project.
Item 6 is board action to support and authorize the chairman's signature on a resolution proclaiming Monday, September 12th, 2016 as Florida Missing Children's Day. This is a request from the Florida Missing Children's Day Foundation. A sample proclamation and additional information is attached to your packet.
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion second on the floor, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries.
And finally, just more for information, inform the board that Ms. Deborah Belcher submitted the Franklin County Housing CDBG Quarterly Report. A copy is attached. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will forward them to Ms. Belcher. Pretty much is my short report for this evening.
Anybody have anything for Michael?
Just one thing, the Florida Counties Foundation has came up with a program that they're gonna seek, a certification program for county staff,
I forgot.
county coordinators and stuff. And I'm, excuse me, and I make a motion that we approve Michael Marone to be able to partake in that and for the travel and stuff. That's my motion.
Second.
Have a motion second on the floor, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries.
And I'll remind you that 2 weeks from today, we meet in the morning, we start our budget workshops that afternoon, which will be mostly like the grants and the non-governmentals, if I'm correct. And then the next day, we do constitution officers and other board departments. Okay, so Wednesday will be well, there won't be long days. You have a meeting, budget workshop in the afternoon, and the next day.
What time the
budget
meeting
workshop.
start?
9 o'clock.
On the Wednesday?
On Wednesday.
At 9. At 1:30 on Tuesday afternoon and at 9 on
No, I'm
Wednesday.
talking about a regular meeting.
Oh, 9 o'clock.
9 in the morning. Yeah.
Anybody got anything for
You got 2
Michael?
full days.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Michael.
You're welcome, sir.
Have any commissioner comments? Any commissioner comments?
You talking about Clay?
Uh,
Clay Warner,
The new summer was Smallwood.
Smallwood.
the third.
The
Third Clay Smallwood in the world.
Yeah,
Yes, exactly.
yeah, Clay got his baby.
Oh.
So, well, the wife got the baby.
Yeah, Clay Smallwood the third.
He's not that good, so.
Congratulations, Clay.
And that's it for me.
Any commissioner comments? Any public comments? Yes, ma'am.
Good morning.
Your name?
Anna Anthius, Anthuis. We own the property on St. George Island on East 7th and East Pine. And I'd like to ask for your consideration to add a boardwalk on the beach path at the end of East 7th and East Gorey to allow easier access to the disabled, to the elderly, like my mom who keeps falling on the sand right now. And even more important to cancer patients who come and visit our house. We donate our home through a nonprofit, and we have several cancer patients coming to visit. And they're actually having to drive to the boardwalk on 8th because it's too hard to walk on the hot sand. So I understand it's not currently on the budget, but I ask for your consideration to please add the funds to the next budget.
I think I received, if I'm right, Mr. Chairman?
Yes,
I think
sir.
Did you email the commissioners on this particular issue?
I emailed Mr. Watson, and I've emailed Mr. Alan Pierce. Oh, hi.
I think I
Several
also-
times on that, and I understand the whole budget thing, and I know it's an expensive project, but whatever we can do, our family to help, we're willing. I hate to see, I'm a cancer survivor myself. I know what it feels like to be going through chemo and radiation, what your body feels like, and these people are coming to get away from the stress of cancer, and then they're having to get in a car, drive. I know it's just a block, but it's the whole thing of having to go far away when you have that boardwalk right there and not be able to enjoy it and relax their time at our beautiful island.
I think I
So-
did, back to my question, I think I did receive a copy of your email, and I talked to our Recreation Park Director about this issue. I don't think it's gonna be that expensive to get it where you can get up on the boardwalk or get off the boardwalk from the other end.
Okay.
All right, let me correct, there's no boardwalk.
There's no boardwalk.
Oh, there's no boardwalk
No.
there.
No, there's no boardwalk. And this is the dilemma, and I've spoken to, I'm sorry, I'm mistaken.
Anna.
I think, so I was just
That's
gonna
fine.
say, here we are. This was the board, this was a beach access point for which the county did not build a boardwalk. And I understand and hear loudly about the soft sand. I agree completely. The reason the boardwalk wasn't built there, though, this is one of the few areas, access points, which is pretty level. So the other beach dune walkways we built, you had the dunes you had to go over. This was a pretty straight shot. It's soft sand, I agree completely, it's soft sand, but it was a straight shot. So we never built a dune walkover at this location because there wasn't a dune to go over. But it's 100 feet or so of soft sand you're trudging through. I've looked at some options. The state of Florida has a mat that you actually roll out. It's a blue mat.
Yeah.
It's for handicap accessible, but it's fairly expensive.
Right.
So, you know, I haven't found an inexpensive way of solving the problem that she has, and I agree she has a problem. But it's one, there's no boardwalk there to put a ramp on.
But let me get back to, when we're moving forward, and I'm sure we will do something here on this issue.
Thank you.
But we have to be careful as to how far that boardwalk goes out on the beach, because as the
Understand.
tide comes in, it destroys it.
Totally
And
understand.
it's completely, it might be some of these other boardwalks that I was referring to, but I pretty much asked the Parks and Rec Director not to make the end of the, once you get across the dunes, not to put additional boardwalk out there,
Oh.
because it's gonna be destroyed.
Totally
You got that floating
understand.
debris in a hurricane or tropical storm
Yeah.
setting, that's
Right.
going to actually damage somebody's house, and the county's gonna be responsible for that. So, but I'm willing to work forward, and, you know, it may be that, another issue that we may have to try to get TDC to help us fund that thing. Alan, the revenue is up a little bit this year because we've had a pretty good year so far. If the projections come through, we should have a funding mechanism that we can alleviate this problem that you're
Okay.
referring to.
Thank you.
But just keep in mind that once we get you over the dunes,
Yes.
that we don't want to go so far that it's repetitively destroyed.
No, we don't want that.
So-
We totally understand the limitations. We totally understand protecting the vegetation around it. I'm just trying to make it a little easier for people to walk to get to the beach.
We'll see if we can accommodate you.
Thank
Mr.
you
Chairman.
so very much.
I want
Thank
to
you.
make a motion. I make a motion that, staff, y'all get together and find out what that'll cost and get back with us. Yeah, just give us a
I'll
cost
second that
analysis.
motion.
Thank you.
Have a motion and second on the floor, all in favor? All opposed, motion carries. Any more public comments? Any more public comments? Meeting adjourned.
For real? Yeah, that's good.
That's all, folks.
Oh, yeah.